Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be installing a Mabett cargo area divider / pet barrier. So let's go get it installed and check it out.
A big thank you to Mabett for providing the product for this video. This pet barrier is really well packaged. It is black powder coated carbon steel. It has the two mounting brackets, it's got the two Molle panels with a connector in the middle and all the mounting hardware you need. You do want to make sure all your hardware is accounted for. And when putting it together, the 5mm hex bolt has the lock washer first and then the main washer. The first step is to remove this plastic cover. Put your fingers behind there and just pull it off. You'll need a TP45 Torx bit to remove that bolt. Now, being as this is a safety item, that bolt is really torqued down. So it's going to be tight to get it out in the first place, but once you do, it'll come out nice and easy. You'll need a TP27 Torx bit for the next two bolts. You'll go ahead and remove these two completely. You're going to slide that same bolt through the mounting bracket, and you just got to try and get it in place and finagle it into the hole. Once you've got them both in there, tighten them down. Make sure not to tighten them down all the way because you're going to want to adjust the bracket later on. And with the mounting bracket in place, you can reinsert the main bolt for the seatbelt. Again, don't tighten it all the way down at this stage. There is still going to be some maneuvering you need to do with the brackets. And here's what it looks like with that first bracket installed. Now bear in mind, this is designed for the soft top, not for the hard top. There is a hard top version available. This is what it looks like from the outside. You're now going to repeat the process for the other side. Moving on to the Molle panel, you're going to connect the two pieces with this bracket. There are 6 5mm hex bolts that you put the lock washer on, the main washer, push it through the back side of the hole, and then you put the nylon nut on top. Now you're going to mount this Molle panel to the two brackets that you've installed earlier. At the top of the mounting bracket you have two options. You can have it in a fastback style or straight up and down. It's your choice, and there's an elongated hole for those bolts to go through, so that way you know you've got it up the right orientation. I chose to mount it the fastback style. You can go ahead and tighten down these bolts. They're also 5mm hex head bolts. And do the same on the other side. Using a 13mm socket and then also the 5mm hex wrench, you're going to tighten down those bolts in the center. Now you can go and tighten up all the bolts just to make sure they're all super snug and tight. There it is, installed. Now you can actually install this two ways. Here you can see the mounting nuts on that center bracket face inward into the rear seat area. Alternatively, you can flip it around and you can have the nuts facing the other way. It's just a personal preference, but it does fit both ways. And here I'm showing it fitting the other way, where you have the hex bolts on the inside of the bracket. And here's what it looks like with the seats back up. So as you can see, your pet isn't going to be able to get through from the cargo area into the main occupants area.
So as you can see, it was pretty simple to install. Remove 3 bolts on each side. You're going to reuse those bolts, put in the bracket, install those original bolts, do that on both sides, and then you're going to install the panel. It's held together by 6 bolts in the middle, put it together, line it up, and then mount it on each side with 2 bolts. It has 2 mounting positions. You can stand it straight up, or you can lean it back kind of fastback style. It's got a Molle panel built into it, so you can add bags, hang things from it, whatever you need to. It's going to stop your pet from leaping through there if you need to. It's going to stop packages or any of your recovery equipment from flying over and hitting you in the back of the head. Overall, I think it's a great product. It's nice and strong and sturdy, mounts really easy, and you can take it out easily with 4 bolts as well if you need to put big items in the back there. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.